everyone, welcome back to Molly Knits. This is a YouTube channel where I talk about yarn and knitting related content. It is, if I recall correctly, Sunday the 30th of January at 1:45 p.m. I thought I would come with an update about life and whips and finished objects and everything that's happening in the knitting related world. So let's get started. Today, I have a few things to talk about. First of all, it has been 2 weeks since I put out an episode of my podcast. This is episode 3. Basically, I was in COVID isolation. I had COVID for the last 2 weeks and I'm only just feeling better. So I apologize if you are waiting for some content and you haven't seen anything from me. I've literally been sick with COVID, so haven't been able to do anything. But today I'm feeling much better and I got a couple of parcels of yarn that I want to go through with you. I want to talk about some of my whips. I want to talk about some of my finished objects in the last 2 weeks. And I just want to talk about basically all of the knitting related things. So let's do the finished objects first. Ooh, bear with me one moment. So I have 3 finished objects. These are the 3 finished. Actually, I have 4 finished objects, but I'll get to the 4th one. So I have 3 finished objects, and I'll put the patterns in the below description. They're basically all just the Crazy Sock Lady knitting patterns. So the first set that I have is this set of socks for myself. So this is a pair of shorty socks. I use the Summerly Knits Basic B Shorty pattern from Ravelry, so I'll pop that below, but I've actually used this Fiddlesticks 100% superwash wool yarn. So this is what it looks like. I've blocked these. They are so cute, just in like black and white stripes. So that's like 2 pairs. Now I've been kind of working with my socks to see how they fit. So this one was really simple. I just did 15 rows, knit 2, purl 2 on the ribbed cuff, and then I did 10 rows and then I split off for the heel, and then I did a gazette and heel for lap. And then I just knitted all the way to the end and then I did the toe. These are knit on 9-inch circulars. And most of the socks, actually all of the socks that I completed in the last 2 weeks have been knit on 9-inch circulars. So that's the first one. This is a ladies 9 EU 40 and they fit really well. And they've washed and blocked really awesomely too. So that's the first pair. When I was in COVID isolation, I couldn't leave my house because I was sick. So I basically spent time watching 90 Day Fiance on binge and then obviously making socks. So that was the first one. The second one I have is these West Yorkshire spinner socks, which you've seen in my previous videos. So I finally finished these 2. These are also for myself. Yeah, this is the West Yorkshire spinner 4-ply signature in the color Pink Flamingo. And I actually used a smaller needle on the cuff of these compared to the same needle on these ones. As you can see, those ones are a bit thicker. So I used a smaller needle. So I used the 2.5mm for the foot and I used the 2.25mm for the cuff, and I find that it works really, really nicely. Again, these are the Basic B socks from the Shorty Set Volume 1 Summerly Knits, and these have a gazette and heel flap as well, which is really cool. I finished that one. I'd finished the first one ages and ages ago. I think I put it in my Christmas vlog, and then I put the second one, I just finished it this week. So I've got the 2 pairs of shorty socks for myself. And then I decided after I knit my Mulhattan Falls cable knit beanie for my fiance that I would use the rest of the yarn and knit him a pair of bed socks. So these are the 8-ply Bendigo Woollen Mills tweed in the color natural, and Bendigo Woollen Mills, I have a ball here, I'll show you. This is the exact same except in a different color. Bendigo Woollen Mills, they sell these giant balls of wool. They're about 200 grams, so normal 2 skeins in one ball. So when I bought one color in the natural and I knit the beanie, it only used about 80 grams of yarn, so I had 110 grams left. So I decided to knit these socks. Now these are the DK weight socks on magic loop by the Crazy Sock Lady. So I have her pattern and that's what I use to make these. They're exactly the same as your standard vanilla sock pattern. These knit up so quickly, like they are massive, and the reason why they're massive is because Christian has like a size 11 US foot, so they're really awesome, but they are so cozy. I mean, in Melbourne at the moment it's been like kind of in between like hot weather and cold weather, to the point where some nights it'll be 14 degrees, so he might want to put on a pair of bed socks, or some nights it'll be like 28 degrees and it's like super boiling hot. And it'll be raining and then it'll be sunny, and so we've had like a real tropical like vibe where it's been really, really hot, but kind of like yeah, living up like Thailand kind of, it reminds me of. But that's those ones. So that's my third finished project. So I've got 3 pairs of socks, which I'm really happy about in the last 2 weeks for the January period. I actually did knit some dishcloths. I knit 3 dishcloths, 1 for my mother-in-law and 2 for myself. I don't have the dishcloths because I'm currently using them, but I do have the yarn and I can show you. So I bought this bag on Etsy, and to the life of me I can't remember the girl that made it, so when I do find it I'll put a link in the description below. But the reason why I got it was because it has dogs on it, and you know, I am a crazy dog lady. I have 3 dogs, so I'm obsessed with this bag. And like, look at this cute little sausage dog. Like, that reminds me of Baxter. So this yarn, I have like quite a few balls of it. So this is the Abbey Road yarn in Kung Fu cotton. This uses a 5mm this uses a 5mm 5mm knitting needles, and they knit up so quick, so I just use that. And then I've just got a free pattern, dishcloth pattern that I got from Ravelry, which I'll link below as well, and you'll be able to then make your own dishcloth. So I made a pink one, and then I made a green one. So I'm doing like a no waste yarn cotton project. So what I'm trying to do is, I got these, I have a heap of different colors in here. So I got pink and orange and yellow and blue and green, and I'm just trying to use all the balls up as much as I can on the dishcloths that I make. So at the moment I can use different colors, like I can have a whole green one, or I can have like a whole blue one, or I can have like a yellow, or like orange or pink like you saw before. But when I get to the end, I'll just mix and match them until I have no cotton yarn left. That's why this one hasn't been opened. Spotlight in Australia is kind of, this is the only thing I buy from Spotlight, honestly, is the cotton yarn in the Abbey Road. So that one day last year in December, I was knitting a heap of face scrubbies and a heap of soap holders for my mother-in-law's co-workers, and I managed to get a 50% coupon for Spotlight on that specific week. So I just went, I bought 6 balls of this. Now normally this is $11 a ball for 100 grams, so to only have to pay $5.50 a ball, I bought 6 balls, which is 600 grams, and now I just have like a dedicated cotton cotton bag where I'll do my dishcloths, and I always manage to do one dishcloth in one sitting, so I never have to worry about putting it in my proper knitting bag. Saying that, I do have one additional set of cotton yarn, which I'll show you in a sec. I've already delved into it. This is the rainbow, this is the Dishies dishcloth yarn from Knit Picks, which I've got my Knit Picks haul here that's arrived, so I'll show you. I've already gotten into this. This is $6 for 100 grams, just like I said before. This was $5.50 for 100 grams. So the only thing is that when I buy Dishy yarn, it takes forever to come. So the fact that I could get 6 balls of it for the same price in Australia was just great. It's a bit thicker than the Dishy. I find that the Dishy is actually like not as thick as the Abbey Road one, but it works just the same. And I've got the Dishy one in my knitting bag because I find that the colors are a bit more vibrant. So when I knit for other people, if I'm going to somebody's house, I'll tend to use that. But again, I find it like a little bit of a luxury because of the fact that it takes so long to get here. So if I can get the cotton yarn from somewhere else, I'm happy to do that too. So before we get into the unboxing of all of the Knit Picks yarn, which I have actually opened it already, I want to go through my work in progresses. So I have 3 whips at the moment, and I'm about to actually cast on a 4th whip. I have to go into buy some more yarn tomorrow from the store, but I'll get to that in a sec. I've started casting on this is it, the Stroll in Stroll fingering weight Knit Picks yarn in the colorway Inverness. It's a 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. And I bought that specifically to make my boyfriend's socks, and you saw in the previous video that I just received this parcel and I literally just pulled it out, and I haven't touched it since because I've had COVID, so I'll go through it with you. But this is what I have cast on so far. I'm nearly about to start doing the heel turn. I think I have about 10 rows left before I start to do the heel turn on these socks, but I am using 2.25 millimeters on needles on Shawl 9-inch circulars. So I have caked those up into 2 balls. There's 1 ball there, and then obviously the ball that I'm using at the moment, which is great. My second whip is still my Magic Loop. This is the socks that I'm knitting in can't remember the name of it. I think I've said it in the previous videos. Hedgehog Fibers Orion in there, and I've got my mint green heel, which I got from an advent calendar set. So that is currently like balled up in there and on Magic Loop needles. So that's my other whip. And then my final whip, which I've actually done a little bit of work on this morning, is my shawl from the Outlander knitting book. So I haven't done a lot on the shawl lately because, as I said, it's hot in Australia. So if I'm using this 12-ply yarn, it can get really hot when you're knitting. You can just feel the heat. So I'd prefer to work on my socks, which is why I have 3 pairs of finished socks as opposed to finishing the shawl, which I will get to shortly. So I'll just show you the rest of the yarn that I've got for the shawl because I've got it out. So, where is it? There we go. So I've got, where's the dark one? No, that's it. Sure. Oh, I must have dropped one. That's all right. So these are the colors I have: the light, the dark, and the medium grey from the Bendigo Woollen Mills. So classic silver, classic smoke, and the other one is classic heather. They're 100% wool, 100% wool on these ones. So no nylon or anything like that. They're not the same as the socks, but They're really good, and you know, all made in Australia. And as I said in my previous videos, the Bendigo Woollen Mills is about 2 hours away from my house, so like I could drive there if I wanted to, but there's actually a shop in Geelong called Jen's Place, and they sell all of the Bendigo Woollen Mills products. So I'm just going to go there tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about my future cast on. So I have future cast ons which I want to work on. The future cast on that I want to do after I finish those socks is I want to make a pair of these socks in this blue West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply in the colour Blue Lagoon. I absolutely love this colour, and I'd love to make a long pair of socks for my mother-in-law because she's absolutely obsessed with the blue colour. So I want to make that for her. But a lovely subscriber, I am part of the Nitty Natty knitting membership group, and I'm doing quarterly pals. And Renee, who lives all the way over in the US, who is my quarterly pal, and I send her tea, and I have another quarterly pal sending me tea. She actually decided, because I sent her some gorgeous T2 from Australia, that she wanted to give me a pattern. And I was like, oh, well, you don't have to do that, because, you know, that's not the way that it works. But she sent me a pattern, and I got the just get my iPad so I can show you. So she got me the Bean and Olive grown-up sweater by Andrea Mowry, and I've been eyeing this sweater off literally since the Crazy Sock Lady Kay knitted it in her podcast series. So it's the Bean and Olive grown-up by Andrea Mowry. It's just downloading, one sec. And so what I've wanted to do is I've really wanted to knit that, and I found that the Bendigo Woollen Mills yarn that I don't currently have, this is a different color, but the Bendigo Woollen Mills yarn in the 8-ply is exact gauge for the yarn that she uses in this pattern. So I'm going to go down to Jen's Place tomorrow, and I'm going to grab a sweater quantity of grey and then my contrasting colour in the lipstick pink shade that I've seen that I really like. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, and I'm going to be able to start casting on the Bean and Olive grown-up sweater by Andrea Mowry. So I'm very, very excited to do that. I'm hoping that it's not too hot for me at the moment to be able to cast that sweater on. I'm hoping that I'm able to kind of start working on it straight away. I really like casting on a new product, and I feel like some of the other things are probably going to go on the back burner, but it doesn't really matter too much to me. I'm happy to do like, or whatever. Which is really good, but I'll just show you everything that I got in my knit picks video. Sorry, my knit picks box. So this is everything that I ordered from Knit Picks. I purchased this end of December, and it arrived a couple weeks ago, and I literally just bought like so much stuff, like you have no idea. So I bought 2 skeins of the Knit Picks Stroll in the Inverness colorway, which is obviously your 4-ply fingering weight 75%, which we spoke about before. So I've got 2 of those. One is caked up at the moment. This is the second one, which is good. And to be honest, I haven't even really looked at a lot of this. I don't know what they're called, so bear with me for a sec while I have a look. I bought some, oh, that one doesn't have, must have lost its label. So I got the Felici. I heard that the Felici is a really good sock yarn. So I purchased the Felici fingering weight in the color Summer Nights. So I got 2 of these. They're 50 grams each. They're 25% superwash, 25% nylon, and they're so soft. Ooh, soft. They're so soft, honestly. So I got that color, and I love this. I can't wait to cast that on. That's so good. And then I bought it also in Psychedelic Sunset. Like, look at how gorgeous that is. That is insane. Like, wow. I'm amazed at this. Same thing as before, exactly the same. It's the Felici fingering weight, just a different color. Sock yarn, so soft. I want a pair of shorties out of these. Make a pair of shorties out of those. All right, what else do we have? So I bought some other skeins of yarn. And then I bought some like of their palette. In the palette colors, I wanted to be able to have kind of like a heap of different yarns that I could use to do like toes and heels on the socks, or like, you know, if I wanted to be able to, maybe I could use this, you know, double strand with the marl, and I could make a really gorgeous pair of socks. But then I was thinking, I bought my my DK weight, and I could double strand this. I could make 225-gram balls of this, double stranded as a heel and a toe in this gorgeous Bendigo Woollen meets tweed if I want to make another pair of bed socks for myself. So I bought 4 of the palettes. I bought 3 in regular palette, 1 in this palette twist, which is your fingering weight. It's 50 grams, and that's the marl color. And this is 100% Peruvian Highland wool, so it's probably not the best for socks. I myself personally really enjoy 100% woolen socks. Like, I don't have any issues with 100% wool socks. I don't wear them to the point where they fall apart or things like that. Like, I actually really like them. So I'm happy to have 100% wool combined with some 25% nylon, 75% in the other skeins of yarn that I bought. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why I bought these. I mean, I can use them for anything really, but that's good. So that's the twist. Seraphim in just the standard palette. So that's just like your pink rose color, which is gorgeous. Forest Heather, which is like a greeny forest. I think Christian will really like this if I was going to pair this with his Inverness socks for the wedding, but he decided he wanted that light green one from my advent calendar set, so that's fine. And then we've got the Midnight Heather, which is again another dark blue color, which I just love. Love those. I bought some 100-gram skeins. So this is the Muse. This is Muse fingering weight. Like all the others, 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. This is Adventure Speckle. So this is really awesome. I want to use this to make the sea glass tea. Unfortunately, I only bought 100 grams and the sea glass tea requires 200 grams. So I was thinking I could find, I've actually got a idea for it. So I bought a heap of Bendigo Woollen Mills wool, and I wanted to pair it with the 4-ply luxury in the blue navy, which is this color. So I thought I could pair them together, and that would be an absolutely gorgeous sea glass tea. I don't know the name of the sea glass tea, the lady that makes the sea glass tea pattern, but I'll put it in the description below. I saw Nitty Natty making it, and I was like, oh my god, I need that. So I'm probably going to use, this is a 200-gram ball, and this is 100 grams, so that should be more than enough for the tea. So it's a stash buster. You can go ahead and like find all of your Advent minis to make it, but I'm going to use those two. And then I've got another Muse in the fingering weight like before. This is Delight Sparkles. So if I decided to make a sea glass tea and I didn't like those two colors, I also bought another 4-ply from Bendigo Woollen Mills in 200 grams. This is in the classic almond color, so I could pair those together and that would be really gorgeous too. So I haven't made up my mind yet on kind of like what I want to do. It's like this one or the blue one, so we'll see how we go. I have to buy the pattern first, which I actually haven't bought yet, so I'll do that. And then Joyous Hand Painting is the last color that I bought. And to be honest, I kind of forgot that I bought this color. I opened the box and I was like, where? I didn't pay for that. Turns out I did. So I'll probably make something with this. This is very much my mum's color, so I can go ahead and make something for her out of this. Probably another pair of socks, because she loves the socks. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I forgot that I bought it. But I was going to show you the rest of the Bendigo woolen mills. I've shown you everything that I bought so far except for I have a classic cherry red color as well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this classic cherry red. I just bought it because I thought maybe it'd be good for like heels and toes on some of the colors that I bought. But like now I'm kind of just like, what do I do with this? So if you have any ideas on what to use 200 grams of red 4-ply fingering weight yarn on besides socks, let me know, because then I'll be able to use that up. Not really sure what to do with it. And then last but not least, I think you saw in my last video, I had the West Yorkshire spinners in the Zamba Rhodes signature 4-ply. And I have 2 of these and I'm ready to cast on and make another pair of DK socks double strand. And I've been using the DK socks double stranded weight from, oh, I can't remember her name. Oh, Twin Stitches Designs. So she's done a double knit DK weight pattern. So I'm going to use her pattern to make some socks out of these ones. But as I said before, kind of like so many pairs of socks to cast on, so many, you know, pieces of yarn and so many balls of yarn like available. I have so many, and funny story, the other day I was kind of just like sitting on the bed, my partner Christian came in and he was like looking in the cupboard and I kid you not, he was like, Molly, what is this? And I was like, nothing. And he was like, you have a big square of yarn out there, like a big massive one with all these boxes of yarn. And he comes in. Yes, this is my secret stash of yarns that he doesn't know about. It was hidden in that cupboard over there. And I was like, oh, whoopsies. Let's just say I probably should have found a better place to hide it. He was like, what the hell? I thought you did. You're not allowed to go buy more yarn, but I have convinced him to allow me to go and buy my my DK weight yarn tomorrow for my bean and olive sweater. So yeah, there's a lot of yarns. I actually realized after I like put it all in a bundle, like you need to stop buying yarn. You have too much. Like have a look at this. Like, that is just like one shop of yarn. That's not even like the full amount. I mean, I still have these ones too. So much available. But that's my knitting journey for the last 2 weeks. I'm going to try and put videos out on Sundays. So let's do some more knitting this week. Let's get into finishing off some of my projects. I probably won't have as much time next week. On Sunday, I have my Hens Day. I have a bridal hair trial on Friday. So I've got like a big week coming up, and then I start my new job the week after that. So I'm really excited, but knitting is always at the forefront of my mind and I do it all the time. So if you have any questions or you want to know where in Australia you can buy any of the yarn that I've commented on, I will put a few links in the description below. But just like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and know that you'll be getting some new content every week from me to be able to watch. And really happy for all of your support, and thanks to all of people watching. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. Bye.